Hi there, Joka here, and in this video I'm going to show you some cards with the new Spellbinders Dancin Halloween collection. I'm going to show you the products first. As always, there is a stamp set, then with all kinds of sentiments in this topic. They are actually pretty cute. And then there is this first set, I think it's called... let me think. I think it's called Day of the Dead Boy. And as you can see, you can actually make this interactive. The legs can swing if you want, and I actually opted for that because it's so simple that even I can do it. Normally I don't like to do interactive cards. Too much planning, too much thinking involved. But these ones are super simple. And then this next one is called Dancing Grim, I believe. And actually these sets, there's not a lot of pieces, especially this one. This one is the easiest. So these actually make for pretty quick cards, but they are so adorable, at least I think so. I love the design. They put a smile on my face. Even my husband said when he saw them, oh my god. He doesn't really care about these things, but he did love these. And then this one is the Day of the Dead girl, and actually I think this one has the most pieces in the set, but I'm going to show you how everything goes together. Then I chose a bunch of embossing folders. I think actually all of them are 3D embossing folders, because I only will have one focal point on all of my cards, and I wanted to at least add some texture in the background. So I chose some that were, I don't know, like more simple, not too busy. And then I chose some background colors that are like grayish black. And yeah, like you can see that I'm just going with some simple designs here. Like, this is so beautiful. I love that, how that embossed. Anyway, so moving on, I am gluing a piece of printer paper on the back of this so that all the little pieces are held in place. And I did, however, use two layers of cardstock as always. And I'm going to now add the black, well, the eyes basically, to this skull. And I'm going to try to make this as colorful as possible. This is what I really love. I don't know much about this celebration, but from what I heard is really that they are celebrating the dead, not like, where I come from. I think it's actually on the same day, because it's the 1st of November, I think. We celebrate All Saints, that's how we call it. And it's always such a sad day, I am not at home ever for this. Actually, since I live in Germany, I haven't been home for that day. But it always, when I see it on TV, all these colorful, the celebrating the life of our loved ones, it just seems, I don't know, it seems so beautiful to me. And I loved all these bold colors. So I don't know, I really love this collection for this reason. But I will be the first one to admit that I really don't know anything about it. Okay, so I am showing you how I put everything together. And yeah, like you see, I chose all these bold colors. I think they are actually all Spellbinders papers. Yeah, I think so. I just tried to choose the boldest ones. And yeah, you can see that's not very complicated. And then you see that loop there where the head is going to be. Basically, the whole body is going to swing. And what I can tell you, I mean, I see people normally just put some foam dots in that circle. What I normally do is I die cut about 6 to 8 pieces of cardstock in that shape, the circle, and then I layer them up, and then that's going to hold the whole thing. I feel like, because that's a circle, I feel like that's a bit better than a foam square, if that makes sense, but maybe it works the same. I never tried. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but I only partially embossed these panels, just so that at the bottom I can add the simple sentiment using the included stem set. It was really hard to choose sentiments because they are all so cute. So this is going to be the one for the Grim. It says love you to death, and I embossed it with white embossing powder. Then this one I'm also adding white embossing powder too, because it's a darker gray. I think it's the lunar gray paper from Spellbinders. And this one is party like there's no mañana. This is going to be the background for my boy, I think. And then for the girl, I used just normal black ink. Now, as always, I'm adding double-sided adhesive, basically a sheet, just so it's I don't know, straighter, you know, the whole embossing. But also this double-sided adhesive is actually quite thick, so it gives it a bit more sturdiness, if that makes sense. And then I actually went with A2 size cards today, which I don't normally do anymore, and they felt so small in my hands. But I think, I don't know, I did try on 5x7 cards, and it just seemed too small. But I guess if you put 2 of them on the card, maybe it's better. So, like I said, I layered up, I think, about 6 of those circles for the, the swing mechanism. And one of them, I remember that I had to add 8, but I don't remember which one it was. Probably something with more dimension. And I will add some flowers to her hair, of course, and I also have a bit more flowers that I got some more, and I didn't really know where I want to put them. So in the end, I decided to add them next to the sentiments. No reason why. I think I just didn't want them to be in the way of the swing, you know, when you want to swing the dress. Yeah, it's super simple to put it together, but it's so fun, and I really love these bold colors. This was such a unique idea, this collection. I adore it. Anyway, and just to mention, there is another 2 videos on the channel. They are actually, all of these videos are quite long because I made more cards, especially the other 2 videos. More cards, and also a lot of small pieces of dies. But all these 3 collections are so beautiful. And yeah, I really enjoyed working with them. So, like I said, I'm putting the flowers next to the sentiment, and I'm adding foam tape to some of them, just so that there's a bit more dimension. And also because if I just glue the flowers on top of each other, they just don't look right to me. Plus the little leaves, I also have to tuck under something there, so it's better if I have foam tape there. And then I'm finishing off the card by adding a few white enamel dots. and then pressing them into place. Look how cute is that. I love it. And then the next one, the boy. This one has, I think, a few, like just a bit fewer pieces. I think maybe I'm wrong, but it felt like that this was a quicker card than the first one, and then the third one was super quick. So I'm doing exactly the same thing as before. I'm adding printer paper to the back to hold those pieces there, and then I'm adding the second layer for more dimension, and so it's more firm. And then I'm adding some colors to the design, to the nose and the head. And then you can see that little green yellow piece, that this one, that is for the head. Of course, I also had to check the graphic, how every small piece goes together. Most of the time I also cannot figure out what goes where or how it was imagined. Sometimes, of course, if you don't look at the graphic, you can be very creative, but I don't know, I just have this fear that I'm using something wrong, and then it's just it's totally stupid. But yeah. And here's this cute guitar, only 3 pieces. Again, I did add some additional layers of paper, and yeah, there's nothing too difficult about this. I don't know if about the colors. I don't know actually how I chose them. I just really went with bold colors, and no rhyme or reason. I chose one color for one thing and then went from there. I don't even know if it looks okay or not. For me, it was just all about it being colorful, if it makes sense. And that blue paper, now I don't remember the name of it, but it's definitely Spellbinders. There were, I think, 2 colors that came out together that were kind of bold, a pink and this one. And it reminds me of the Smurfs, and I call it Smurf Blue. But for these kind of projects, it's so perfect. I love it. So the foam tape, I am adding some to the back because I needed it to be level, or flush the surface. So there's normally 2 kinds of foam tape that I'm using. One is like just 1 millimeter thick, and then the other one is a bit like maybe 2, 3. So I'm always trying to make that surface flush. And you see, these here I had to, oh yes, now you can see why I had to add 2 more circles, because the background is really dimensional because of that embossing folder. So I placed it actually in the middle of one of the circles, but then I didn't have that swing. So I had to add 2 more circles. So this one has 8. And I use the Nina Solar White 110-pound cardstock, in case you wonder how thick the cardstock was that I used for that reason. And here it is, really super cute, that boy. And then this one as well. I don't think you can see it, but this piece is actually a really dark purple. I think maybe you will see it in the pictures at the end. I didn't go with black because my background is black, so I didn't want to go with the obvious colors there. And also, I'm gonna use yellow for the nose. I wanted to add just one teeny tiny pop of color to his face. So I am not actually sure if I put together the hands the right way, especially this one here. I was struggling to figure out how that's supposed to go. So maybe you will find a better solution for that. And then this one also has this interactive element to it, so the whole body is going to swing with the scythe in the hand, and that's it. This one is really very quick and super cute, I think. So yeah, is it a scythe? I think so, right? In Hungarian, that's what we call it. Well, you will know, I guess. I did not look this up, so I don't know, but that tool in Hungarian would be the scythe. So actually, I wanted to create that from a mirror cardstock that I just bought, which is really beautiful. But of course, it does not stick. The layers don't stick on to each other. You can pull them apart. So I did not want to risk that. Again, here I also added a couple of extra layers because of that dimension in the background. And then here, that is a piece of mirror cardstock, but I wanted to create the whole tool from that. But now it's just a gray cardstock and then the mirror cardstock on top of that. So here maybe you can see that that part is purple there behind the skull. Okay, so this is the first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you I could give you some ideas with I don't know, actually. They seem very obvious designs, but I don't know. I hope you like them. I hope you check out the other collections as well. They are really cool. I think, I don't know, I was really excited about this month. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.